First in our list is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975. The film tells the story of Randall McMurphy, a criminal who escapes prison by convincing doctors that he is mentally ill. He ends up in a psychiatric hospital, where he encounters the cruel head nurse Mildred Ratch. In this clinic, he meets other patients who suffer from various mental disorders and begins to help them, creating a protest group with them against Ratched's authoritarian leadership. The film won 5 Oscars.
Not a thing, Doc. Excuse me, miss. Do you think it might be possible to turn that music down so maybe a couple of the boys could talk?
Your hand is staining my window.
God almighty, she's got you guys coming or going. A little change never hurt, huh? A little variety. Oh, Jesus! Oh, come on. You're not gonna say that now. You're not gonna say that now. You're gonna pull that henhouse shit now when the vote the chief just voted it was 10-9. Now, I want that television set turned on right now!
I don't think he's overly psychotic.
I want something done!
I think he's dangerous.
Jesus, I mean, you guys do nothing but complain about how you can't stand it in this place here, and then you haven't got the guts just to walk out? I mean, what do you think you are, for Christ's sake, crazy or something? Well, you're not.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold it! See how easy it is?
We're from the, State Mental Institution. This is Dr. Cheswick, Dr. Tabor, Dr. Scanlon. I'm Dr. McMurphy.
Hey, Mikey! What? All right, take him over! He's on over here! Get up, Paige! How about it, you creeps, you lunatics, mental defectives?
Thank you, Meg. Thank you. I'll never forget you.
The second film is Scent of a Woman, 1992. The film tells the story of young student Charlie Simmons, played by Chris O'Donnell, who takes on the job of escorting blind war veteran Frank Slade, played by Al Pacino, during the weekend. Frank Slade is a former colonel who lost his sight during his military service, while Charlie is a little apprehensive about his new assignment. Frank is very happy to have company to help him have an interesting weekend. The film won 3 Oscars, including Best Actor for Al Pacino, who played Frank Slade.
Give me! Fuck! Would you like to learn to tango, Donna?
Right now?
I'm offering you my services, free of charge. What do you say?
I think I'd be a little afraid.
Of what?
Afraid of making a mistake.
No mistakes in the tango, Donna. Not like life. Simple. That's what makes the tango so great. If you make a mistake, get all tangled up, just tango on. Why don't you try it? We try it?
All right, I'll give it a try.
Hold me down, son. Your arm. Charlie. I'm gonna need some coordinates here, son.
The floor's about 20 by 30, and you're at the long end. There's some tables on the outside, and the band's on the right. Keep it straight.
No fun, just keep it straight, Charlie. You gotta move a little bit. Get a feel of the
Colonel?
roll.
Please, just like this, all right? There you go. Take it nice and easy. You like this? Slow it down a little, Colonel. You're a little fast. Colonel, slow it down.
Third film is Groundhog Day 1993. The film is about TV presenter Phil Connors, who comes to Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania to report on Groundhog Day, a traditional holiday when rodents predict how long winter will last. However, after the failure of his job, and the next day, Phil realizes that he is stuck in a time loop that repeats every day. He lives this day many times until he begins to change his behavior and attitude towards others in order to get out.
Belly button trick at the high school talent show.
Bing!
Bang!
But Phil's about to find out. He's not just stuck in Punxsutawney.
Will you be checking out today, Mr. Connors?
Chance of departure today, 100%.
He's stuck in Groundhog Day.
I'm reliving the same day over and over.
Phil?
Ned Ryerson?
Bang!
Do you ever have deja vu, Mrs. Lancaster?
I don't think so, but I could check with the kitchen.
Well, it's Groundhog Day. Again?
At first, he was a little anxious.
Phil? What?
Will you be checking out today, Mr. Connors?
I'd say the chance of departure is 80%.
But now,
We could do whatever we want.
he's discovering the possibilities
Don't you worry about cholesterol?
Why?
and living life like there's no tomorrow.
Phil Connors!
Ned!
Because there isn't.
I am an immortal. I have been stabbed, shot, burned, frozen, electrocuted. I'm a god.
You're God.
I'm a god. I'm not the god.
He's out of his gourd.
But to get what his heart wants most
What are you looking for, Phil? A date for the weekend?
means living this day over again till he gets it right.
Believe it or not, I studied 19th century French poetry.
What a waste of time.
I studied 19th century French poetry.
La fille qui j'aimerais.
You speak French.
Oui.
Bill Murray, Andy McDowell,
To the groundhog.
I always drink to world peace. Well, what should we drink to?
I like to say a prayer and drink to world peace. Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry.
He might be okay.
Life has a funny way of repeating itself.
What did you do today?
Oh, same old, same old.
Fourth film is Shawshank Redemption 1994. The plot of the film tells the story of Andy DeFriend Tim Robbins, a former banker who was sentenced to life in Shawshank prison. With his wits and patience, Andy finds a way to escape his innocent imprisonment and cheat the system, using his bookkeeping skills to help the jailers with financial matters, and do something incredible, defeating his inner struggle and getting revenge on his wife's real killers.
Andy came to Shawshank Prison in 1947. Why'd you do it?
I didn't, since you asked.
You can fit right in. I must admit, I didn't think much of Andy first time I laid eyes on him. He had a quiet way about him. A walk and a talk that just wasn't normal around here.
There are places in the world that aren't made out of stone. There's something inside they can't touch.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
Let me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing.
Damn it, new friend, you're putting me behind.
Hope can drive a man insane.
You better be sick or dead in there, I kid you not.
I better get used to that idea.
Oh, my holy God.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really.
Fifth film is Knockin' on Heaven's Door 1997. Two young men, Martin and Rudy, both suffering from terminal cancer, get to know each other in a hospital room. They drown their desperation in tequila and decide to take one last trip to the sea. Drunk and still in pajamas, they steal the first fancy car they find, a 60s Mercedes convertible. The car happens to belong to a bunch of gangsters, which immediately start to chase it, since it contains more than the pistol Martin finds in the glove box.
I suppose we're in the hospital's death row, or their garbage complex.
Where'd you find the pistol, huh?
It was in the car. 'Cause I got it. It was in the car. 'Cause I got it. 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 'Cause I got it.
Well, okay, where'd you find the car? I mean, who owns it?
How should I know? We stole it. Shall we start at the beginning again? We're on our way to the coast. You've never seen the ocean, and we're putting that right.
I don't think I want to do this. I feel scared.
Rudy, listen. You've got nothing to be scared of. I have nothing to lose. I'm at Heaven's Gate.
That guy is not well.
Fuck off!
Martin Brest took his hostage, Rudy Verlitzer, at the hospital where they were staying overnight on Monday.
So why is he going crazy, son? He's never done anything. Not even a traffic offense. Bank robbery, gas station hit.
A million!
This is a lucky car.
Thank you.
You know, the doctor told you you've only got a few days.
Maybe we should only choose one wish, the most important. That's the Cadillac for my mother. A Cadillac Fleetwood, like the one Elvis gave to his mother.
I can't help it, but I never did see the sea.
You've never seen the ocean?
No, I haven't. Never.
Here's the Perros at heaven's door, drowning in tequila. I mean, we're coming up to Goodbye World. You missed something that big.
Tell me, do you really think that we'll sit on a cloud talking about the ocean?
Something I want to say.
I know. But I'll tell you something. You've nothing to get scared of.
Didn't they tell you what to expect up in heaven? Ex-people. There's not much else they talk about up there. And how beautifully wonderful it is. They talk about sunsets they saw over the ocean. The great ball turning blood red in the west before it slips silently under the water. They tell one another about how they felt its strength ebbing away, and the chill from the sea cloaked the world, and the only fire still alight is in their souls.
Sixth film is The Game 1997. The film follows Nicholas Van Orden, a wealthy but emotionally distant banker who receives an unusual birthday present from his estranged younger brother Conrad. The gift is an invitation to play a game that promises to change Nicholas's life. As Nicholas becomes increasingly immersed in the game, he experiences a series of increasingly dangerous and bizarre situations that threaten his life and sanity. He struggles to determine what is real and what is part of the game, and becomes increasingly paranoid and mistrustful of everyone around him. The film is known for its twists and turns.
Selling. It's a game. A game. Specifically tailored for each participant.
John, chapter 9, verse 25. Whereas once I was blind, now I can see. Now I can see.
One day your game begins. You either love it or hate it.
Are you going to spend the rest of the evening prying at that clown's mouth?
Mr. Van Orden, is everything all right?
Ah, Mr. Van Orden.
Have we met?
I believe so.
Why are you following me?
Find out about a company called Consumer Recreation Services.
They won't stop, Nick.
He's in on it.
I paid the bill. I paid him more to make it stop.
I need the police. We're gonna break into my house. I need voided by a bunch of depraved children.
They're trying to kill me.
Who's behind this? Who did this to me? Why?
This is all the game.
Ah!
Right now, I am extremely dangerous.
You're behind the whole thing, aren't you?
No!
They make your life fun.
Seventh film is The Truman Show, 1998. The film tells the story of Truman Burbank, a man who has unknowingly been living his entire life as the star of a reality television show. Truman lives in a seemingly idyllic town called Sea Haven, which is actually a giant television set where every aspect of Truman's life is controlled and manipulated by the show's creator. The film explores themes of reality, identity, and the power of media. It received critical acclaim and was a commercial success, earning several Academy Award nominations.
Every moment of your life.
How many cameras you got there in that town?
5,000.
I believe Truman is the first child to have been legally adopted by a corporation.
That's correct.
Brilliant.
What if everyone you knew was pretending?
Hi, honey. Look what I got at the checkout. Dishwasher safe.
That's amazing.
What if your world was make-believe?
Cue the sun. While the world he inhabits is counterfeit.
I'm not allowed to talk to you.
That's how I look. Not your type. There's nothing fake about Truman himself.
What if you didn't know it? Until now.
A lot of strange things have been happening. Stand by ring cam.
Is he looking at us?
Does he think he knows?
I think I'm mixed up in something.
Something big. We accept the reality with which we're presented.
Everybody's pretending, Truman. Get out of here. Come and find me. Truman? Truman!
Truman!
Anything happen?
No.
You may find yourself in another part of the world.
Feels like the whole world revolves around me. Everybody seems to be in on it.
I'm going away for a while.
You may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful wife. You may ask yourself, how did I get here?
I'm not in on it, Truman, because the last thing that I would ever do is lie to you.
Fade up music. That's our hero shot. He's gone.
Okay? Yes! Want to do it again? No!
Find him. Truman, where are you going?
You can do it.
How do we stop him? Give me some light.
Is that the best you can do?
Cut transmission!
I like your pen. I was wondering that myself.
Jim Carrey. The Truman Show. Watch what happens.
I'm